The information, opinions, and recommendations presented in this podcast are for general information only, and any reference on the information provided in this podcast is done at your own risk. This podcast should not be considered professional advice whatsoever. The third-party materials or content of any third-party site referenced in this podcast do not necessarily reflect the opinions, standards, or policies of the owner. In other words, just have a fucking sense of humor, will you? And enjoy.
Now you listen to me, you sick son of a bitch.
Now that is a track and a half.
It's quite fitting to the scenario.
It is very fitting to the scenario. What a song. It's amazing how nowadays people are getting very creative at this time. Everyone's creating new songs, creating, TikTok videos. I mean, I think right now TikTok has gone through the roof with people, new users adding, more stuff to their fucking database and whatnot. People are just downloading the shit out of that thing. Noel, you've got it now, don't you?
I do not have TikTok. No, I'm not a TikToker. Anyway, here we are, episode 3.
Episode 3.
The coronavirus lockdown specials.
Of the coronavirus special, episode 3. Welcome. Now, Noel, you've actually got something for me. I want that now.
Oh, yeah. Did you want to borrow that? You wanted to borrow Battlefield, yeah?
I wanted to borrow Battlefield, the game, please.
I've got it for you right here. Hold on. Give me a second.
Okay, get it.
Hand it
get it ready.
You ready?
Yep. Yep. Okay.
There you are. You got it?
Thank you. Got it. Thank you.
Sweet ass. There you go.
Enjoy it. Borrow that. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. That's
no worries, mate. That's what sharing is important in these times of crisis.
Sharing is caring. Well, anyway, guys, again, welcome back. Welcome back to the episode. As we've said, episode 3 of the coronavirus episodes. These have been going very well, so we decided to keep this rolling because a lot of people are in lockdown. We're in lockdown, and the news just keeps on spreading like the disease.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I came up with it myself. This is all free, by the way. Usually you have to pay for this shit. But yeah, it's nice to have you back, Noel.
Thanks, mate. How are you? You good?
Yeah, I'm very good, thank you. It's nice to have Omar back. That's what you're supposed to be saying, not how are you. Yeah, but thank you. I'm doing good. I'm doing very good, thank you very much. And I just want to say a big thank you to everyone out there. You guys are doing well. I can see everyone's keeping clean. Everybody's keeping green and healthy, and that's good. That's what we need to be doing. And thank you for supporting us. Keep going. Like those pages. Subscribe to that YouTube, and keep on listening because we keep on rolling.
I think a lot of people have gone. People are keeping clean. You said that people are keeping clean and green. I think everybody's gone through that first week because we're in week 2 now. Well, we're getting to the end. We're almost in the middle, and so that first week everyone's getting a bit pissed up and having a good time, and now everyone's just like, now I feel like shit. I probably should tidy myself up a little bit because you had a bit of a bingy week.
Well, let me just say, just going on what you're saying there, I can come from a point of view, from a bit of a wisdom point of view, because I have been in this situation for longer than most.
That's right.
People have been, you've been in this, for 2 weeks or something now?
Yeah, we're going to hit 2 weeks tomorrow, mate.
Weeks.
So
that's
halfway there.
New Zealand has only been in it for 2 weeks, yeah. I mean, UK have been in it for about 2 weeks as well. I mean, America, they haven't done anything yet. And then we have Australia that haven't done anything yet. They say they're fining, they're doing things, but they're not. No one's getting fines. Nothing's happening. People are still gathering in parks and having a sausage sizzle. So don't be doing that.
Some people, just don't get it. They just don't get it.
They don't. I don't think they care. No, they don't care. And then also we've got Sweden that's doing nothing at all. Have you seen that? Sweden's doing nothing.
Yeah.
They're just continuing on. 50 people mass gathering now or something like that. So they get to do what the fuck they want. I think they're doing opposite to everybody else, which is quite interesting, isn't it?
Those bloody Swedes.
So those bloody Swedes love the girls.
So you're like the canary in the coal mine at the moment a little bit, aren't you, Omar? Because you're that little bit further ahead than the rest of us. So you're
so that's
going
what I'm saying.
through the emotions we're going through right now.
Exactly. So
ago.
I'd like to give you a bit of point. Yeah, exactly. So I'll give you some pointers here as well. I mean, as you've said, the first week is, there's a lot of panic, uncertainty, doubt. You don't know what's going to happen. Where's the money going to come from? How am I going to eat? I need to rush and get some toilet paper and get some beans. You go off and do that. And then you start, you're in your little cave and you're starting to wonder what the fuck is going on and the panic and you're reading the news. And then the second week comes about and it depends where you come from because some people went, look, it's a holiday. I get to do whatever the fuck I want. So you got some wine, you start drinking, you start relaxing, you're there with your family, you start to be grateful for this. Because the first week as well, you're sort of like, oh my God, I've got to be here with my family. My kids, yuck, all the time. So then that starts out, but then you start enjoying it the second week. You start reading those books that you've never read before.
Yeah.
You're playing those games that you've never finished. You're starting to work on your stand-up comedy. You're starting to just go, what am I going to do now? Do a bit of gardening, and you're all happy. And then the third week is when things start to get, I would say, desperate. You start to get very desperate inside. You're starting to get desperately trying to hold yourself back from killing your wife. And that was just totally... That was totally... why did I say that? That's stupid. It's unreasonable. And then you're looking at the kids. You don't know what the fuck is going on. You hate them. You're like, ah! And so you go out for walks. You put the drink down, you go for walks, and it's very funny. I live in a very rich neighborhood. There's a lot of rich people around. Yeah. Usually when you go out for walks, nobody wants to say hello to you. Nobody wants to do anything. But for some reason now, you have people from the other side of the street coming over to have some sort of human communication. You can see in their eyes, they're on the other side of the street, usually on the same side of the street. They go to the other side of the street, but no, they're coming onto your side, and they're going, hi, good morning, hello, good to see you. And you're like,
get away from me.
Away.
They've made this situation worse.
Yeah, it is. It's social distancing. SD.
Oh, it's got an SD. Is that the new little term, is it?
Yeah, that's a new term that everybody is calling it. Just keep your SD away, keep it away.
That's
SD,
that's a week 3 term. I'm not there yet, so I'm not allowed to.
No,
use
you're not there. But then for you week 2 people, if I go keep your SD, they go, you never gave me an SD. Get it? SD card. You get it?
Yeah. No,
not my audience.
No,
not my audience. Well, it's good that everyone's alive, and Noel, you're keeping alive. You're looking fit and well.
And so let's.
What do you mean, not everybody?
Well, not everybody is alive, unfortunately. So let's go have a look. Let's bring up the maps and have a look at the stats.
Let's do that, guys. We're getting to the stats.
New Zealand map first. Here we go.
Let's go to New Zealand map first. What the hell is this? I've never seen this map before in my life. You read it out there, Noel. What's going on here?
So you just zoom in and then hold your little cursor, and it should tell you how many people. Oh, and it's broken. It is broken. It's not showing any stuff. So New Zealand. Anyway, apparently we're on a downward curve, and we're sort of pumping out and starting to bottom out. I don't have any numbers here because it's not working because this is stupid.
Maybe they're not working because there's no new cases. Oh, I'm sort of seeing it now. Hamilton, they've got 1 case. Auckland have got 25. So it's just showing pretty much how many cases we have. I don't even know, how many cases have we got all over? I mean, what's the...
I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to look at the other map because that one's useless. So let's go to the world map.
We should never, ever be news reporters. We would be the shittest news reporters in the world.
That worked 10 minutes ago. Now it's not.
Yeah, but that's it. Our sources are fucked, which makes us look... it's embarrassing for us.
It's just it's some honky website that somebody New Zealand has
I've got
made.
it. I know, it's someone in New Zealand that did it on their fucking Mac, And
they definitely used a PC. That's for sure.
Oh, PC versus Mac edition, is it? Okay.
Otherwise, it would have worked.
Oh, I see what you're saying here. Well done there. No!
All right, well, let's zoom in. We go on the other map, and I'll zoom in on New Zealand and see what it says.
So I'm on New Zealand now, and we've got confirmed cases, 1,160 cases, 1 death.
We're still with the 1 death. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. 241 recovered, and there is 918 that have been active. Now, the thing is, we talk about this curve, and this is the curve, and that's what Jacinta Ardern, which is the Prime Minister of New Zealand, if you guys are not educated out there and don't know anything about it, she said this morning, she came out in the press on Facebook Live, and she went, we didn't only stick to the curve, we fucking dominated it.
We flattened it.
There is no curve.
Crushed it.
We fucked it up. We raped it. On national television, she mentioned rape. So it's insane. It's insane.
Those were her actual words. She said, we raped the shit out of the curve.
And we would get Ronaldo to write something down there, but I'll show you the video, but we can't.
It doesn't matter.
You have to go find your sources yourself. So you got to do the work. Be active. That's one of the things that you have to do in this time of need, is be active people out there, people of the world.
Yeah, Jacinda would copyright strike us, that's for sure. Because
we don't want that anymore.
That's how good she is at doing stuff. She's on the ball. There's no way she'd let us put it up without striking us down with a copyright claim.
Exactly. That's my auntie you're talking about, so just be nice about it. Okay, and then let's go to the global. Let's take it out of here and let's look at the world, everybody out there. Because, of course, this podcast, as most people do know,
Oh, Jesus.
and Noel, you know this as well, most of our podcast listeners are not even from New Zealand.
Oh, right.
They're
Yeah,
from
that's
overseas.
true. Yeah.
Most of them are fucking at the moment, we've got, I'm just putting this into perspective so then we can zoom in on some of these places.
Yeah.
So we've got like Ireland is our number one, and then we
Wow.
have the UK, and then we have Germany, then we've got the US, and then we start to move down. So in the world, we have total confirmed 1.4 million confirmed cases.
That's a lot. It's quite
Are
a
you
lot.
depressed with that? Are you depressed about that?
I feel like,
Are you shocked about that?
depending on how accurate it is, places like
Mm-hmm.
China, I don't know if I trust China and the amount of cases that they say that they've gone on. You know, all these sort of more dictatorship-y kind of countries.
see.
Not entirely sure that they're being 100% honest. So I'd say it's probably more than that.
Right.
But, I mean, what do we do?
You're saying that these guys are lying. You're saying that they're not giving us the real numbers. Like, and you said China. You went straight to China. So you think they're liars.
They
You're
don't have the
calling-
greatest track record when it comes to honesty. Which is why this is why we have this problem in the first place. Because if they'd been a bit more, I don't know, proactive, we might not be as buggered as we are.
Exactly. In Russia, I can see here, they've only got what here? They've only got 7,000. Well, that escalated quickly. 7,400, nearly 7.5 thousand. With 58 deaths, but I think they're lying about that as well. Why they always keep it? We've talked about this. They're keeping it, they're keeping it in their pants, aren't they? They're not really.
Again, probably not the most trustworthy of governments. And again, I think I said it on the last one. A lot of it's to do with pride. They don't want their country to be seen as weak. They're like, oh, coronavirus? Hell no. We just have a couple of shots of vodka in the morning and then go operate our massive cranes.
That's right.
That's the way they think.
That's the way they think. They hold it all in. Not all of them, of course, because that's just, I mean, is that racist or is that just
that's
observation?
You're right. Not all of them drive cranes.
No, they don't. Or they don't all drink vodka.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. What am I
They pour
saying?
it on their Rice Krispies, mate.
So there we go. That's a bit of a stats there, a bit of an update there for the people that don't know what the hell is going on. And now just moving into the middle bit because we have no sponsors because, everyone is, busy, being inside and being with their family. So there is no sponsors.
Has Bill on the side, are they dead in the water? Are they going to be okay? Perhaps
No,
they
they're
can
gonna be
update
fine.
it. Need a coder. Learn to code.
What's this thing about coding? There's a lot of people that are starting to code at the moment. Are you turning into a coder? Are you doing that sort of thing?
Well, I know how to code, mate. Who doesn't? Come on.
I don't know how to code.
No, I don't know how to code at all. I'm kidding. No, I don't know what to do.
What's the first thing you need to do in coding? I've got no
You've got
bloody
to write
idea.
stuff into like a little window, and it tells the computer what to do. That's
right,
about
so it's
my
sort of-
extent of my knowledge of coding. Like if you're
So it's
making
like-
a video game, isn't it all coding?
I don't know. I'm not a video game maker. What are you talking about? I just play the goddamn thing. You just gave me it. I don't know. Why are you
Maybe-
thinking that I'm the expert at this? I'm not. I may look like Kevin Smith right now, but I am definitely not.
If they extend the lockdown, I'm learning to code.
Well, why don't you do it? Yeah, exactly. Good call. Do it when they extend it. I mean, you definitely can do it. I've had so many pop-ups and blob-ups and things popping out of my screen at me saying, learn to code. I'm like, fuck, don't tell me what to do. Cancel that. Get out of here. But I should.
Man. I got one advertisement on Facebook, and literally it said, looking for Chinese investors to buy up property in New Zealand. I was like, do you think this is the time? Is this
Oh,
the
they
time?
don't care. They don't care. Those Chinese are hungry for Batman. Try not to be racist. They came from China.
All right, let's get into all the idiots. There's lots of idiots out there.
Let's get into the idiots. Let's get into that. So there is a lot of idiots out there, a lot of fuckwits. At this time, you get two sides of people. There's one side where you start to, you start to get closer to yourself. You start reading. You start being with your family. You start to FaceTime people. You're keeping to your bubble. You're keeping to yourself. And then there's people out there that are just running. What are they doing? They're just running a laugh. They're just having a laugh. They're just going round and doing stupid things.
They're either dumb or they don't care. which
I think they don't care. I think those are the people that are the conspiracy artists. They're the ones that are going, this is a big conspiracy. This has all been made to pull down the Western world. This is also going to cause 5G.
Oh, yeah.
That's silently going to be played in the background. Nobody knows about it, but it's coming out and everybody's going to see. Oh, there's also going to be one world currency coming out of all this. And then flat Earth is going to come out as true.
And
so that's
Bill Gates wants to chip us all now, apparently.
Oh, I can't wait for
Have you
that.
seen that
I
one?
can't wait for that.
Yeah.
I have seen that. He wants to chip us all. But look, if Bill Gates wants to touch me and chip me, be my guest.
No, I hate PCs. Get a Mac. And this is about the 5G tech. Everyone's talking about 5G and the coronavirus for some stupid reason. So we have here.
Let's go.
Scientists slam celebrities such as Woody Harrelson, Callum Best, don't know who that is, Lee Ryan, for fanning the flames of false conspiracy theories blaming 5G technology for the coronavirus.
Interesting.
What is going on? How on earth did the coronavirus and the 5G merge into itself? Like I've heard about these 5G conspiracy theories beforehand, about the towers giving off too much radiation, killing birds, yeah, all that type of stuff, messing with bees.
Bullshit.
Yeah, so I do not understand how it kind of got mixed in together. Do you think that like a radio transport, even if it's dangerous radiation that's coming out of the thing, I'm pretty sure it's not going to give you like a virus. That's not how it works. I'm no scientist, but I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. People are burning them down. If you scroll down, people are burning down the towers. Oh, Jesus. And I've even noticed some friends of mine.
But why would you blame these people? I mean, Woody Harrison, is he shared some stuff about a 5G conspiracy? I've got no idea about this. I'm learning as we're learning now, I'm the one in the moment, and I'll come out with a bit of an opinion about it.
Well, maybe we'll look into it a bit more, and we'll get back with our 5G conspiracy theories next week.
But let's keep on going on this, because why the fuck what is this fanning the flames as well? That's the word, the fanning the flames. So just basically making it worse just for those conspiracy theory people out there. But Woody Harrelson's always been like that. He's been the one. He's like a left winger.
He's a massive stoner.
He loves the weed. I'm surprised I don't see like Joaquin Phoenix there, Shia LaBeouf. We've only got Callum Best. wasn't he part of, Five or something? Five, the singing band?
Oh my God, Five. You know what, Five? Callum Best, singer Five. 5G. Mm-hmm. I knew it. Mm-hmm. I knew it.
But we don't even know if he is from, where is he from? He's a British television personality. The son of a footballer called, of course, George Best. So this makes a bit of sense.
Yeah, okay.
Makes perfect sense. He was a bit of a bell end as well. So, okay. Well, look, with this whole conspiracy thing with the 5G, how they're trying to connect it, I get it, sort of. I think so. Look, I'm no scientist. I'm no expert in this field. But at the end of the day, if you look at it, we're all stuck inside. Doctors are soon going to have to be stuck inside. Everyone's going to be working from home. You have these institutions, these big companies that have just realized that they can get their employees to work from home.
Oh, yeah. So
it's going to be cheaper. Also, they're going to get rid of all of these buildings. You're not going to have to pay rent anymore for all these massive buildings. You're not going to have to pay for car spaces.
Yeah.
You're not going to have to pay for internet there. So why don't we get Facebook, Google, and all these people to make this 5G, which means that we're able to, I don't know how many gigahertz, megahertz, trigahertz that are going to be going through the ecosystem. But then we're going to be able to just be stationed from home. Everything's going to have happen to work off it. Think about Tesla. Tesla's going to have to work, because right now Tesla's working at the full capacity with 4G. Imagine if it had 5G, then it's going to be, it's going to know exactly what's going on, the sort of the data rate flying from car to car, from checkpoint to checkpoint is going to be a lot faster. We're going to be doing things a lot faster. Doctors are going to be able to, do FaceTime surgeries on people. So that's why I think.
So the conspiracy is that the coronavirus and this whole situation with us as people, countries been in lockdown, will make us dependent on the 5G.
Exactly, on the 4G network and then moving over to the 5G. That's just my opinion, and it's probably a stupid opinion.
There's some creepy stuff about that. Like, I was looking up something about how 5G works. So instead of you getting, you wouldn't have an operating system, Omar. It would make your phone, therefore, useless. So rather than you getting on the app and ordering an Uber, there's cameras stationed around everywhere. So you're in the shop, you go shopping, you walk out of the shop, and you just say, Uber. And then the cameras will pick up your mouth moving and call you an Uber and send it directly to you. That's
hilarious.
That's what they want. That's part of the operating system. So this would be the
that's
end
funny
of
as
phones.
hell. I think that's going to be fucking not going to happen, but that's hilarious. Because you can just come out. Why don't you just come out and go, you can come out and say Uber. What else can you order? Can you order like a plane ticket, or what else can you order?
Not anymore.
Baked beans, please.
I'm not sure. Anyway, I want to moving on from that 5G nonsense. I've actually got no time for it, to be honest. I think it's
Delete.
Get out of here. New Zealand landlord being a bit of a knobhead. Have you heard about this? So this guy,
COVID-19 coronavirus under fire. Auckland landlord accused of breaking lockdown at 2 rentals. Oh, yep.
So this guy, he's obviously he has a rental property, right?
Of course.
And he's obviously got another property, because if you've got a rental property, then you probably live somewhere else, obviously. So he's obviously been living with his wife. Got on he's had enough. He's like, I'm out of here. I don't want to live with my wife anymore. I know. I'll just go to my rental property, break in, and then just try and kick the flatmates out and say that I live there now because I own the house.
What the fuck? Was he drunk or something?
I don't know. He's a retard. So there's this poor chick who's like at the flat. There's 4 of them at this flat in Mount Eden. So this is in Auckland. They basically he just kicked down the door. They took him away in handcuffs in the end and said, "I'm going to be staying with you guys from now on." So imagine that. Imagine if you're renting now, Omar, and your landlord just turns up and goes, "Hey guys, I know you've got a spare bedroom there, so let's get comfy."
No, well, in this article he says that he kicked the occupants out. But if that happened, I would say, get the fuck out of here, man.
I'd knock him out.
I would smell. You could smell alcohol on the breath or something. Or is he mentally? I can't say the word retarded, but I'll say, is he just not thinking straight? What's going on there? That's a bit weird. You can't do that. And also with the rules nowadays in Auckland and New Zealand, is you're not allowed to kick your occupants out at the all.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So he's stupid. Delete that guy again. What a weirdo of a landlord. But this is the thing. I think it all stems back. We got to find out where it stems from. So he goes out, as you said, and explained it in a very mucky manner. So he went from his house that he lives in to his rental property. And so he left there to go stay somewhere. So I think there was a little bit of intimate terrorism happening there between him and his wife. I'm not too sure. Oh, what was that? Sorry, guys.
What on earth is intimate terrorism?
Oh, that's right. So basically what this is, the intimate terrorism is the new call
Let me have a look at
for domestic violence over the course of this coronavirus isolation.
What? So if rather than they call it domestic abuse, they want to call it, because unfortunately in this tough times, domestic violence has gone up a little bit.
It has gone up a lot, especially, and this is the funny one, in China. So that's what they're calling it nowadays. No, they're calling it intimate terrorism.
That's stupid, to be honest.
It's very dramatic, isn't it? Intimate terrorism. For me, the word. What is when you think about it? What do you see? Intimate terrorism. It sort of feels like someone intimately grabs someone, puts them close to their backpack, and they're about to do a suicide. So I don't know. I'm not really understanding why they use terrorism.
Very poorly worded. It's a very, very stupid phrase, and whoever thought of it needs a slap.
Exactly, big slap there.
Yeah, domestic.
How an abusive relationship led to a young woman to kill her partner. So this is what I'm trying to say. It always stems, and everyone thinks with the abuse, the partners, all the stuff where domestic violence goes up. It's all because of the men. It's all the men that do this. No.
Yeah. What about Johnny? What about poor Johnny Depp? God damn it.
Oh, that man. Let's stand by his side and
she might
stand by his side. I'm not supporting him or anything.
Amber Heard is facing 3 years in jail for lying about the domestic abuse claims and faking evidence.
I can't wait till the ladies that came out saying that Louis C.K. did the things that he did against them and they didn't know about it. I can't wait till they get found being liars.
Well, Louis C.K. one was weird. He didn't beat anybody up or abuse anybody. He just asked them if he could jerk off.
He beat himself off though, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. But he asked them.
He asked, but this is the thing. Yes. I watched the stand-up the other day, and that's what he says. He goes, lesson number 1, when you ask someone if you can jack off to their face and they say yes, just don't do it. Just don't do it.
It's weird behavior, but it's not illegal.
It's not, and that's not illegal. But then they're like, "Oh my God, we had to do it. He was using." But who knows? I don't know. I'm not a judge. I love Louis C.K. I don't condemn what he did. I mean, that's his thing. We just found out what he does, and now it's all public, so everyone knows. Like, I mean, if you think about if his mum was alive, she would think and go, "Oh, my son Louis likes to jack off in front of other people," and so that would just be. I would not like that to be my thing. You know,
it's a bit cucky, isn't it? Pretty cucky.
It is a bit cucky. It is a bit cucky. So then going into, of course, some more funny things about the coronavirus, and I think about rules, regulations. We got over the intimate terrorism. That's just basically a stupid word for domestic violence, which is going up. Shame on yourself for people for beating up their wives at home. Don't be doing that. Do not be chucking babies in dryers either. That's intimate terrorism. Stop it. So then we've got, but the way that people are getting protocoled in India, it comes down to when an Indian cop sees someone that is violating their isolation rules, they are not taking them into the jail. They're not giving them $11,000 fine. They're not doing that. What they're doing is they're allowing people to do squats.
I don't think they're allowing them to do squats. I think they're forcing them to do squats.
I'm just being nice with my wording. So they're forcing people to do squats. They're forcing them to do. Look at this. Are you watching? Go to that.
Yeah, got
clip.
the video up.
Go
You ready?
that.
You ready? Should we hit play?
And play now. Yeah, buddy.
He's telling them off.
Oh, that guy's getting squatting. Look at him.
Oh man, like
bad.
Everyone
the
in
poor knees. Oh, his knees, mate. They're going to break open. Did you see that?
Everyone
Awful.
in India is going to be
here.
ripped as shit after this.
Totally. And this guy here, I don't know what. I think that's the only squatting video. And then you got all these. Oh, then look, these guys are lying
Push-ups.
down. Get on the ground. Lie down.
Is that for opening up their businesses? It is, isn't it? They've opened up their businesses or they're breaking the quarantine. I've seen ones where they're like really beating the crap out of them with sticks and stuff. Have you seen
Well,
those
then
ones?
the next one underneath that. So get rid of
Christ.
that. That's just about. So they've also been beating people with sticks.
Oh, Jesus. He's
Boom!
He's
Random people in the streets.
He's just right. Oh, shit. He's just riding around whacking people with...
Look at this poor man. Look,
Yeah,
what do I do? What do? And they just drive off. Like, why wouldn't you just drive off anyway? Why are you just sitting there? Why is he going, please, sir, please?
Oh, my God. Oh, my... All right, okay. We're gonna get shut down on YouTube for playing...
Those cops are loving it. They love it. But why do they think sticks...
Well,
this is going to be again.
It might work.
People from human rights are going to hate this.
Well, speaking of human rights, I don't know if you heard about the president of the Philippines. Basically, he's gone a little step further. What he's decided to do, instead of beating people, is he's given an order to shoot to kill. So if you're caught out of the lockdown or out of quarantine, you're caught out on the streets and you don't have a good reason to be there, they're going to shoot to kill you. So in order to save lives, they're going to kill people. So doesn't really seem the most, I don't know, it seems a little counterproductive, don't you think?
Well, I think it's heartless, awful. Well, how the fuck? Why is that a thing to shoot to kill?
I just love the thought logic of in order to save lives, we're going to kill people. Like that's just blows my mind.
It doesn't make any sense.
No sense.
So why are they shooting them? Are they just
because people are breaking the lockdown rules?
They break the
So if you haven't got a good reason to be out there, they're going to
that's so stupid. So and you're not even doing anything wrong. You're just out and about on a Friday evening for a bit of a walk, or you're going to go shop, or you want to go to the strip club and. You could get shot to death. This is a big thing. Everyone feels like this is a way that the whole world is controlling us. It sort of feels like it is. Soon we're going to have drones flying around. You're not allowed to leave your house.
Yeah.
You've got to stay inside.
Checkpoints. Where are you going? What are you doing?
Yeah, where's our freedom of speech and movement?
Well, in New Zealand, we don't have freedom of speech. Not like in America.
No, I don't even think America do at the moment, do they? I mean, the only person that's got freedom of speech is Donald Trump with his fucking speech errors and problems.
Well, he's not as bad as Joe Biden. He can't even speak properly. At least Donald Trump can get a sentence out.
Sentence, a bit of a sentence. And then, of course, talking about people in high places, Boris Johnson.
He's got the Rona.
He's got the Rona. He's okay now. He seems to be
stable. He's in intensive care, but he's not on a ventilator. That's
he was on a ventilator in intensive care, then he's off that. So one of the vice president, no, what do they call the vice prime ministers, came out and they said this morning that he's off a ventilator and he's in stable condition.
Yeah, who else famous people have got the Rona? Obviously, we talked about Harvey Weinstein. and I think it's a lie. I think he made it up not to get
I
raped
said that
in
last
jail.
week. Yeah.
Because no one's going to be like, oh, here comes old Weinstein, going to give him a raping. Oh, no, I've got the coronavirus. Oh, not going to rape him now. It's a lie. That's how you get not raped.
Yeah, but I don't think he's even allowed to go to prison. So he's not even in prison at the moment because he's got coronavirus. So he's in a nice little hospital in LA and he's chilling, relaxing, having a nice little cocktail. And hope, I mean, like if he dies from this, I mean, that's it. That's his life. If I was Harvey Weinstein right now and I had coronavirus, I would go, please let this be it.
Yeah, there's no coming back from this. Isn't he going to jail for 20 years? He's going to die in jail anyway, yeah? 25 years?
Exactly. Yeah, probably. That's it. So spend it. Let's do it now. Before I went into prison, let's make this kill me. So anyway, but that is me if I was Harvey Weinstein. Now, there's some people out there that have actually passed away from this. We have this article here, Julie Bennett, who is Yogi Bear, the voice actress,
Yogi
dies
Bear
from
is gone.
corona.
Damn. Your picnics are safe, people. Although you can't go out to a park and have one. So catch 22.
You cannot. Catch 22, so stay at home. And then she played Southern Belle Cindy Bear in the cartoons as well. Oh dear. So there's that person. Shame that she passed away. Then I mean, look, this is the thing. You're starting to see a lot of people that have come out with complications with coronavirus. I'm seeing it all the time now. We've also got this very famous. I mean, it says here Andrew Jack. He was in Star Wars. He was an actor. He died from COVID-19.
What does he look like? Geraldo, can you put up a picture of Andrew Jack so I can see what he looks like?
There he is. There's him in Star Wars.
Yeah.
In The Force Awakens.
Not a massissive character, but yeah, he looks pretty old.
No, he wasn't. But he was bigger behind the screen. He was not only an actor, he was English. He was a very successful and famous dialect coach.
Oh,
so
wow.
Is
he like an English theatre actor type of guy?
Yeah, you could say that. But he did mostly American movies. He worked with Chris Hemsworth when they did Thor. He worked on all of Thor. He's worked on all the Star Wars with the accents. He's worked with my friend Carl Urban. He's worked on all the Avengers, Sherlock Holmes. You look at this guy's, you look at his reel, it's ridiculous. Like he worked on Men in Black International with Chris Hemsworth,
wow.
Avengers, Solo, Rogue One, Star Wars. I mean, let's keep going. Hercules from New Zealand, Snow White and the Huntsman, Captain America, Scratch, Goods, all the Sherlock Holmeses. Wow. He's just dialect coaches after dialect coach. Alien versus Predator. He was on everything basically.
That's awesome.
Lord of the Rings.
At least he's had he's had a great career, and he was pretty old. How old? Does it say how old he was?
No, it doesn't.
But if you look at the photo, he looked.
I think
old,
he was 80. I think he was like 89 or around
that's the danger area with
80s.
this thing, isn't it? It's the elderly.
It is the danger area. It is a danger. But then there's also this other actor. He was 16 years old. Noel dies suddenly from this coronavirus. So you might have seen him from The Flash. Logan Williams is his name.
Has he had a history of any other sort of health ailments, or was he perfectly fine and healthy?
Not really.
Just the Rona.
Nothing. It's just all happening now. I mean, who knows? There could have been underlining stuff, but he just suddenly died at the age of 16. It could have been other bits and pieces. Who knows? But he's been in The Flash. I mean, he hasn't done too much, but apparently he was up and coming. It doesn't really matter if what he's done. He's still got coronavirus and he passed away from it, so it's very sad. And he died too young. He apparently had a very bright future from what I can see here.
Yeah, that's a real shame.
It is a shame.
Like when you see the last guy we talked about, the Star Wars guy, the voice dialect coach, it's almost like, wow, you can kind of take a little bit of reassurance on the fact that the guy had an amazing career and he's done a lot of awesome stuff, and this kid hardly get a chance to start, so that sucks.
And it does suck. But I'm just going off your reaction. Like when it was the older person that should be dying from coronavirus, you're like, oh yeah, I mean he's 89, he's on the way out. So yeah, that makes sense. But then when it comes to some like young kid, you're like, oh my god, no. You know, so I don't know why people react like that. I mean, it just is. But then the funny thing here is the kid, Logan, the family were unable to grieve together because of the coronavirus.
You can't have funerals at the moment. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And they couldn't even go and see him when he passed away or before it because of the coronavirus. So his parents are there looking through a glass and there he is and they can't even give him any love or touch him. It's just sad.
Oh, it sucks. All right, let's move away from this more. Oh, actually, we've got one more corona bit before let's try and move into some positive stuff after this.
Okay.
Because this kind of sucks as well. Tiger tests positive for the COVID-19 at the New York City Zoo. Now, a lot of people said this cannot be transmitted by animals. It's got nothing to do with animals. You know, sure, eating the bat, that was the problem. No one's eaten this tiger, but unfortunately, the New York Zoo tiger, it has the coronavirus. And this got me...
That's a bit of a shame.
This got me thinking, though. Like, a lot of people have cats, right? And cats aren't in quarantine. They fucking go wherever they want. They wander from neighborhood to neighborhood. Have you got a cat, Omar?
I've got a cat, yeah.
So do you let it out? Does it wander around? Like, it might go across the street.
No, I don't want this cat running around out there. No,
exactly. Someone else is gonna pat your cat, and then your cat comes back and then gives you the Rona. So keep your cat inside if you can. Yeah, that's terrible.
But it has said there has been news saying that cats can get coronavirus. So
I hadn't seen those. That's why I was surprised about the tiger. But yeah, anyway.
I was surprised about the tiger. For me, it sort of felt like it was a marketing pitch somehow, because when the tiger thing came out, I was halfway through that awful show.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet.
Called Tiger King.
Yeah, everyone's saw it.
So when that was coming out, I saw that tigers get coronavirus. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Does that mean that guy in that show gets coronavirus? I was sort of a little bit excited by that thought, but then no, it didn't. It's just about tigers in general, which is sad. But I thought it was some sort of marketing thing, because what the hell? I was just watching that fucking show. It's amazing how that sort of happens. But
well, the way I feel about it, to be honest, is those tigers shouldn't be in a bloody zoo anyway. They should be in like an animal enclosure. I used to think zoos were cool, and I've kind of turned a thing on it in the last 5 to 10 years. Kind of like the SeaWorld places. You're like, oh, cool, look at the dolphins. Now you're like, no, you know what? That's actually like imprisonment and cruelty. And
yeah, it is.
It
makes me
just
cry
let
every
that
time I go
tiger
there.
out. And yeah.
Yeah, we should stop watching documentaries and stuff, because if we didn't have documentaries and all this information in front of us, we wouldn't think that. But sure. Okay, let's get into something fun.
Yes, positive
man,
stuff.
Here's a very positive one here. I'm just going to read off the thing queue here right now in front of me. This one is really good. So a guy, he broke... this is interesting. He violated his laws, his isolation laws, and he went outside, and then he got eaten by a crocodile. Oh no, that's not good news at all.
Shit. Now,
good.
Statistically,
that's sad.
Does that count as a coronavirus death? Because he was like, maybe he was taking a sneaky route. He was not walking down the street. He's like, I'll sneak through the bushes so nobody sees me. You know, if somebody's like doing something else than they normally would do because of the coronavirus, is that a coronavirus death?
It depends. So this was in Rwanda. So we could always just go look at how many corona deaths have happened in Rwanda. And if there is one, then we know. But if there's none, then we know. But I'm not too sure. I think it'll be labeled as a crocodile death for me.
Well, I wonder how many...
Which one would you rather? Which one would you rather? Would you rather be...
the crocodile.
COVID? Yeah, same. I wouldn't be like COVID-19
No, just get eaten up real quick. Death roll, chomp, 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 dead.
Definitely. And he died fighting. It should be he died fighting. So for me, if it was me that did it, it wouldn't be like Omar left his house violating the coronavirus things. It would be like Omar went outside to save a kid that was getting brutally bust up by a crocodile. Not only one, but 9 of them. And Omar went out with his bare fists. And the first one that he attacked, he got the kid out. The kid has got half a leg now. And that's it, he's dead. But Omar went out there fighting for his life and this kid's life, and he got eaten by a coronavirus eating crocodile.
Well, I want to know how many people... I want to know how many people are killed by... I'm just trying to find it now, but I don't think I can...
by crocodiles?
Yeah, how many people are killed by crocodiles every year in Uganda? Is it Uganda? Is that what you said?
No, Ngwanda. I don't even know if that's a place.
I can't find that. I can't even spell that, so I'm not even going to attempt.
It's like Nwada or something. Nwanda. We've got no intelligence. Oh, no, sorry, it's Rwanda.
Rwanda. It sounds like a stripper's name. Please welcome to the
Rwanda
States, Rwanda.
It's East Africa. So of course, now you're thinking, wait, is Rwanda is that a suburb in New York? No, it's actually in the middle of Africa. So of course, it would be either you get stompled by elephants, or
stompled.
Or you get eaten by crocodiles.
And there's lions and tigers. They keep their tigers in the wild. Well, yeah.
Totally.
Probably not tigers.
Totally. So there we go. Let's end that. Let's get rid of that. And then do you have anything to finish off with? What have you got towards the end?
We could say a couple of things, advice, a couple of things to help you get through lockdown, because obviously we're in lockdown at the moment.
Okay.
And I've got a quick idea here.
Go on.
Advent calendars for lockdown.
Yep.
You know, advent calendar, you get it at Christmas and you open up a little door every day of the month.
Totally.
You get a little chocolate, but you could make your own.
Ooh, chocolate.
And, yeah, well, or you could like put your little vice in there. So if you're into like alcohol, you could put a little alcohol bottle.
Little
or
Jameson
heroin,
thing in
you
there,
could put
yeah,
a small
yeah.
dosage of heroin in there. You know, and
Totally,
then each day, open up the little door, have the little treat. There you go, and it's crossed off the list.
There we go. That would be good. People are doing ones with like music. So every day you've got like a tune of the day, which is irrelevant.
So have you got any things to get you through, Omar? Any ideas?
Yeah, the Chris Hemsworth app for me is the thing that gets me through. Getting physically, I like to have physical workouts for me. But also the thing that's getting me through is that I'm not going to die from this. So when I come out of this, I'm going to be fine. I hope I don't die from it. Jesus Christ, I need to touch some wood right now.
Don't jinx yourself too. It's not over yet, mate. It's not over yet.
No, I think that's getting me through. And also just communication, talking to people, also just keeping busy, focusing on the future, these podcasts, listening to people, just, doing that, having the space, reading books, that sort of shit for me. Come on, that's it. Saying hello to people in the streets.
Eventually, this whole thing will end. I mean, it has to
will.
at some point. And I've actually got here with a little list. I've got a few ideas of what we can do with, because the transport industry is taking a massive hit.
It has.
Aeroplanes, taxis, Ubers, cruise ships, they're all getting blasted. There's probably going to be none of them left after this. So I've got a few ideas to make the transport industry more useful post-corona. So first one I've got here is we can still have taxis, but all taxis should be limousines so that we can maintain our social distance of 2 meters. That's a good... That's going to work. Imagine that. And then you feel like a kid every time you got to get an Uber or a taxi. Yep. Sit in the limo.
A limousine. Yeah, great. And what, do you have to pay more for the limousine, or is that just standard Uber fare?
Yeah, it's the same.
It's the same.
Yeah. So
you guys just have to provide a massive limousine, which is going to cost you heaps of money. But
and you've got the little divider, the window divider.
I know
you
those
can roll
dividers.
the window up and the window down. So there you go.
Well, why don't you just get a smaller car, cheaper car, 2008 to... do the whole Uber thing end, because it has to be over 2009. Just get and then why don't you just have like a little screen there?
We're just going to have like Prius limousines.
Okay, makes sense. Okay, well, let's go
so
with that one.
There you go. That's number one. Number two.
Interesting.
Cruise ship prisons. So everyone can have each city can have their own Alcatraz after this. Because all the cruise ships, no one's cruising anywhere. They're all going to be useless. Why not? Everybody have their own little prison-y Alcatraz thing. That'd be quite cool. Okay. Yeah, so
it would be good to be a prisoner, to be fair, because you'll be away from everything on this little cruise ship. And,
and they can't escape because of the water, We put
but where would you go? I mean, would you just travel around, or would you just sit there like an oil rig, or would you drive around?
Well, they could move it around. They could move it around, but I imagine it'd be just like, moored off the shore out at sea with heaps of jagged rocks, crocodiles, and sharks and stuff, so they can't escape. It's a pretty good idea.
I think so. That's a pretty interesting idea.
Better than the cruise ships just rusting away and,
Yeah, or break them down and make houses out of them. But yeah, sure, that one's okay.
Cool. And my last idea here is for, obviously, the air travel is going to be pretty ruined for a very long time. So I think we should turn each airports into malls with like food. And then each aeroplane is a different food court. So you go, I'm going to go to the Mexican. They're all parked on the runway. There's lots of parking, by the way, because you've got the runway. So you go out to, I'm going to get on the Mexican plane. And you have a Mexican feed. There's an Italian plane over there. It's like a little restaurant. And you go inside there. It's all themed. So yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
That will work.
Stop all those airplanes going to work because they're just going to be sitting on the runway. Might as well turn them into you've seen those food trailers that people drive around, little pop-up ones. You could drive it around a little bit. Yeah,
totally. Also, why not do this? All the people that, which I'm going to follow suit on this, all the people in Denmark, Sweden, all those European places, all the air hostesses that were working and now are not, they've all turned to be nurses. So...
Well, don't you have to have qualifications?
No, but you go to the school, you do it online. Yeah, you like sort of do. You just be
airline hostesses, and I don't know if that's the right word anymore. I don't think they're the most qualified. That's probably why they take that job.
Oh, yes, they are, because they need to learn for if something happens in flight. You've always thought of it.
Yeah.
I saw a lady having a bit of a heart attack on the flight back from Dubai.
Bit of a heart attack.
Yeah. Yeah, she was. She couldn't breathe, and she was going all red, and so that was quite dramatic. But I was at the back of the plane getting boozed, and they had to put it towards the back, and they had all the equipment, they had all the CPR things, the ECGs, everything, man. So, and they knew what they were doing, from what I could see, because I've been to a lot of hospitals. Well, one because of my Egyptian toadstool, but you could just see how they knew exactly what they were doing. So it was quite amazing to see. But at the end of the day, she only had gas.
Well, that's good. It's not as bad as
that's good. So she didn't die.
My last flight back when I was coming back from England. This is a couple of years ago. Some Asian man shitted himself and spewed all over himself, and then he kind of like
drunk.
He went into like this weird embarrassed lockdown mode where he just fell on the floor and refused to move. It was just really weird because of the shame. He just like fully just locked down, just like wouldn't move, and the nurses had to clean up all the shit, and man. Luckily it wasn't my part of the plane. I was walking down to the toilet, and I was like, oh dear, think I'm gonna hold this one for a little bit.
So that's probably the best way of doing it as well, as if something is embarrassing and you're very embarrassed about it, just fall over. I would just ignore it. I would just completely ignore it and go, what are you talking about? It's not me.
That's you.
I would TikTok it. I definitely would. But you just ignore the fucking thing. Just ignore it. Yeah, I'll just ignore the damn thing. Okay, that comes to the end of the episode. Well done. Interesting shit there, Noel.
Final thoughts? Final little thing?
Yeah, I've got a final thing that I want to say here. To finish this off, thank you very much, everybody, for coming in. Hope you enjoyed it. We've got some other ones coming out very soon. We're going to keep on going. Keep safe out there. Keep well. Thank God you guys are all alive. Now, this is a timeless poem that was written in 1869 and reprinted during the 1919 Spanish flu. Ooh. Predicament, and it got reposted in 2019 coronavirus pandemic. So here we go. So I think we can all just take something from this, okay? And it's called. I'm not going to tell you because it's in there. You can work it out yourself, idiots. Okay. So and the people stayed home and read books and listened and rested and exercised and made art and played games and learned new ways of just being and being still and listening more deeply. Some meditated, some prayed. Some danced, some met their shadows. And the people began to think differently, and the people healed. And in the absence of people living in ignorant, dangerous, mindless, and heartless ways, the earth began to heal. And when the danger passed, and the people joined together again, they grieved their losses and made new choices, and dreamed new images and created new ways to live and heal the earth fully as they had been healed. Kitty O'Meara, who was a vegan. There we go.
Wow, that was heavy. It's kind of creepy, but very very appropriate for the time we're in.
I think so. We'll post that up. Arnaldo, put it there or something.
I've got a little short one here, and
okay, go on.
I think we'll end on this.
It's
not as deep as your one, but it's kind of fitting as well.
Probably not as good either, but okay, let's see.
So just remember, if there is no rain, there are no rainbows.
And we're going to end it there.
That's amazing.
Yes, that makes perfect sense. You're right about that one.
It's like some hippie chick in her like 40, who's like 45, and they never post on Instagram, and they never post pictures of themselves. It's just quotes. That's what that
God.
is.
Yeah. They're good, those ones. It makes sense though if you look at it at a deeper level. But if you don't understand, that's because you're not deep enough like us. Okay, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Omar says hello. Omar says goodbye. We'll be back very soon for the next episode.
Take it easy.
Noel's off. Thank you, guys. Take it easy, and au revoir.
Well, you can tell by the way I wash my hands, I'm corona-free, won't take no chance. Toilet paper, latex gloves, I've been ready for this since I was born. And now it's alright, it's okay. You may look the other way. You can try to understand the coronavirus effect on me.
The information, opinions, and recommendations presented in this podcast are for general information only, and any reference on the information provided in this podcast is done at your own risk. This podcast should not be considered professional advice whatsoever. The third-party materials or content of any third-party site referenced in this podcast do not necessarily reflect the opinions, standards, or policies of the owner.